A third suspect in the Phala burglary saga is making his first court appearance at the Bila Magistrates Court this morning. The 27-year-old handed himself over to the police yesterday. He joins two other suspects who appeared earlier this week for the 2020 theft at President Cyril Ramaphosa's farm. Emanuela David and Frelina Joseph are also back in court for their formal bail application. Our senior reporter Aviwe Mtila is tracking that story for us, and he joins us now live from the Bila Magistrates Court. Aviwe, I understand that Frelina Joseph's brother is the one who handed himself over to police yesterday.
Certainly, Masako, and for the majority of the day in the magistrate court here, we've heard the bail applications of the two siblings. That will be Frelina, the 30-year-old, who used to work as a casual worker for the Phala farm owned by President Cyril Ramaphosa, as well as her younger brother, that is Ndilina David Joseph. Of course, we heard that he handed himself over. That's one of the mitigating factors, in fact, as he suggests that he wants to be released on bail here, alongside his sister. We do understand the somewhat alarming thing. We heard, of course, from the state that those that were arrested, that would be Emanuela, accused number 1, as well as accused number 2, were from Namibia. But it's come out in these bail applications that the two siblings are actually South African. They were born in South Africa, and as they pleaded their case for the bail, they suggest that they have no relatives outside of South Africa. So that would rule out what the state was already told us, especially when it comes to Frelina, accused number 2, which they did mention that she is from Namibia. So the reason, Meseko, now that accused number 1 is, well, the bail application for accused number 1, Emanuela David, is not being heard here is because the legal representation for him is not available. So his matter will be remanded, postponed. He'll be remanded in custody up until such a time where the legal representation is available, most likely that happening next week. So now the matter is currently adjourned. We're expecting then from 1:30 the state itself to plead its case on whether it will actually oppose the bail applications or not oppose the bail application of the two siblings. We've already got an indication, in fact, in our earlier conversation with the NPA spokesperson in Limpopo, that in fact they most likely not going to oppose the bail application for Frelina, given that she's got a 1-year-old. Remember, even when she made her first appearance just on Tuesday, there were those suggestions that, that plea, essentially asking that could she be allowed to breastfeed her son, given that she's got a 1-year-old that relies on breastfeeding. So there were arrangements made that that child would be taken to the police holding cells in Bela 3 times a day so that the child can be breastfed. In these bail applications now, we also heard that the child, in fact, has a chronic condition, and one of the mitigating factors, one of the pleas, as she asked that she be released on bail. They both say that they don't have a previous criminal record, they both don't have prior convictions, no warrant of arrest or outstanding issues that they know of criminally, and they say that the state's case is weak, and in fact will prove that come trial, seemingly suggesting that they have a strong case. Remember, this happened back in 2020. They're saying that now the state case, which of course has been investigating for a long time, given that now it's 3 years later after the fact, now coming to the fore, they're suggesting that their case is weak. So we'll find out then from 1:30 what the way forward will be when the state then pleads their case, suggesting whether they'll be opposing or not opposing the bail for the two siblings, and then we'll hear then the magistrate giving the verdict by the end of today.
All right. I think it is now 1:31, viewers, so let me give you the time to set up and prepare for the court case or proceedings to continue. Our senior reporter Aviwe Mtila live for us inside the Bila Magistrates Court in Limpopo.